Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Jesse, good job, bro.
I was making it do hey, I was gonna go what, but then he did hey, and I lost it. So at the end of that, we always just as a the four of us, whatever that's called, the quin, or is that four? Quad, whatever. We would go hey. So we blew that. Everybody, welcome back. This is a fiasco. We won't even say the name of it just because we want people to tune in when it is good. Yeah. We're back on the air. With us is Brandon from Upscale Detail. This is the American Car Classics radio program. Thank you for coming in and joining us with this.
Thanks for having me.
Did you at least warn him so he knows what he was doing?
He didn't tell him squat.
Yeah, no. Well, there's that guy.
Man, I'm sweating.
That's Kenny.
I watched some older episodes.
Did you?
Made sure I knew what I was getting myself into.
Did I laugh in any of them?
Anytime Todd's involved, I always have to double check and make sure I'm not walking into something crazy.
Yeah, that's probably right. But
that's the guy that knows Todd too.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, I'm not that kind of guy.
No,
he is.
These tables, though, man, I'm gonna figure this out. We have to have a talk afterwards.
Well, I want you to bring less crap in here.
I know, but look, now
Arby's.
When I do get
this guy
this
brings
stuff
4 meals
out,
with him.
Well, Cindy's got to eat, and they all want the little sliders in there.
That's crazy.
You know, Kenny eats every 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cut that back too, man. But
you really should.
I do. Well, I've got bags of carrots now. I'm trying to eat some carrots, but I'm getting into some of that Sara Lee pound cake now. God,
you might as well be eating pancakes, bro.
No, because there's no syrup on the pound cake, just butter.
Doesn't matter.
So I'm cutting out the syrup.
Carbs, bro.
But I'm cutting out the syrup now.
Why don't you have like a banana?
I do have bananas almost every day.
Good.
Yeah.
Because potassium is very important.
That is.
Probably one of the most important things for you.
I have, other things.
Your molecular, your cell structure and all that stuff.
So what is your dietary habits, Brandon? No.
Man.
I love that you came into your career that you love. I'm going to assume that you love it because you're smiling and you talk about it well. If you want to buy Dolphin on it, it's for sale. So I love that you have a degree in something that you're utilizing, but not directly, but that you went out and found a problem with something in the marketplace, and then you went out and did something. Are you looking do you sell this chemical concoction to others?
Absolutely. So we're starting that pipeline.
Beautiful.
We're starting the franchise pipeline for
Beautiful.
Upscale Detail. So we've got 3 franchises that are currently sold and in the process of being, property build out, that kind of stuff.
This state?
In Florida.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir. Nothing close to here in Vero, but we're going to represent Florida first as a proof of concept, and then we'll expand that.
Incredible for you. That's awesome.
And it's the opposite direction of what most people do. So most people would have started off as a really knowledgeable, detailer, and then learn the business end as they go. So I think I benefit kind of from knowing that dollars and cents perspective first, and then easing my way into the detail.
But then if you got a guy that was old school like Todd that had been doing something like that, where you brought out the buffer with 3 different pads and 3 different glazing compounds and the finished stuff and all that, then maybe you'd have to break some old habits to get people into that new technology of where all your stuff is, because you don't have a big 2-handheld buffer.
No, exactly.
Right.
And, I always tell people, like, putting wax on your car or using a buffer like that's like carrying a pager instead of a cell phone. Technology has gone so much further than what people are aware of, because it's just, we don't change things when they work, but we don't know how much better we can get or how much more efficient we can get if we use different products, different tools.
So I'm a 4th generation Floridian. Todd, I don't know how many generations, but you've been here your whole life. Yeah. Is this products, are all of them, UV rays, Florida. I mean, just kills everything. We go to color match white, and we have a problem with the sun fade off of white, which just pisses me off. But it's something that's marketable across the country. It doesn't matter. I'm talking my hands on.
Absolutely. So, like, think where I'm from, New England. You've got salt brine being sprayed on the road that is very corrosive to paints and metals and pretty much anything you put it on. And here in Vero, as proof of concept, we test that against the salt air and the beach conditions and things like that. And our coating is really good at preventing anything from going through it. So that it makes it very marketable in all different environments.
So, dumb question. What about the underneath of a car?
Best thing to do is a good undercoating. That's one thing that really hasn't changed a whole lot. You can spray a coating till you're blue in the face, but is it worth the money that goes into it with that much product when you can just grab some undercoating, tape it off, and really shoot it?
Right.
Now some of these collector cars, we're coating underneath them because it's a
they're
hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars car, and that's what they want to do, so we do it. But we always advise a client based on what we would do for our own friends and family. And many times that's an undercoating or some lesser expensive thing that will get the same job done.
I love that each car is different.
Yeah, exactly.
And the client's desires or needs or wants are different.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we're not like we don't menu sell. So like I don't have, when someone calls me, asks me for a price sheet, like that doesn't exist because every car is different, year, make, model, color, condition. There's so many different variables, expectations of the client. Every car is addressed truly individual on an individual basis. So you have an hourly labor rate that you establish then that gives them some sort of idea, or is it the concept that if you're asking the price, you probably don't want to come to us because our hourly labor model is around $100 an hour. We don't advertise that, right? But when I'm costing out a job, that's basically what I'm thinking of. And then materials are materials. Some on a traditional detail, obviously the materials are less than it is with a coating, but the $100 an hour labor is a general standard. Yeah, for the mom and pop stuff, ours is 110. So it's it's all around that number. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
And people freak out when they hear the $100 an hour. It's like, man, you guys don't realize, you got the insurance you got to pay for, all the taxes, and then the amount of pay that the people get now these days.
I've shortened it. I tell them, do you know massage is $80 an hour? A massage, $80 an hour.
Do you know what an irrigation guy gets?
Septic guy?
No, a guy come out and fix your sprinkler. $85 an hour.
But he's still got a vehicle and overhead of a car, tax, insurance. A masseuse has a table with no insurance. Your house, her house, whatever it is. Pretty expensive.
Doesn't matter. I mean,
no, right? But
you're paying.
I think, Steve, we're pretty affordable.
Yeah.
All things considering.
But I always hear every day, man, $100 an hour is expensive. We hear it all the time. We're $97.50, and people are like, man, you guys don't understand. If this guy makes $35 an hour, and then if he runs into any problems, say, a broken bolt or something,
pegs it down.
Insurance, the taxes, and there's a lot of garages around here that people don't even realize that they're not insured.
Yeah, same with my business. Ooh. Anybody can buy a pickup truck and a trailer and call themselves a mobile detailer. Well, go to Sunbiz and see if they're registered with the state of Florida.
That's right.
If they're not registered with the state of Florida, they don't have insurance.
That's correct.
And that's why I charge $100 an hour, because we're legit.
Right.
And people are, what's your cash price? I'm like, it is what it is.
That's
because
right.
I don't, we don't cook the books. We're not, it's not like that. And unfortunately, a lot of those guys have devalued themselves and everybody else around them by doing that too.
Yeah, people say Kenny takes cash, but I don't devalue the cash dollar on it. It's taxes
already
included
devalued enough as it's going.
Man, bro. So we keep it, just like it is. And if they, I paid cash, then that's great. It just says cash, but it still goes in the damn bank. So
I love cash, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change how much work we put into the car.
It just means we didn't pay the 2.8% to the credit card machine.
So many fees behind the business that goes, all your licenses and EPA fees and all that crap.
All three of our shops, we have quit with uniform companies. I don't have a Cintas or anybody else anymore. Do you have a uniform company?
No. Whatever.
Exactly.
Morningstar screen printing. We order our shirts. Everybody washes their own stuff.
Yeah.
Linen cost is expensive.
Yeah. MN Worldwide, man. So we just get them printed out.
That's right.
What do you do?
Get your own clothes, man.
But we all used to have. Hicks had a uniform company. They had.
Oh yeah. When I had Perfection, we had uniform. We did uniforms forever, and one day I got, something set me off.
Yeah, me too. It was a huge
I said,
bill.
hand all your uniforms in, because I'm not paying this outrageous uniform bill.
Yeah. Well, every time a new employee came in, it was like a $145 setup fee or something. I'm like,
Well, then you're lucky to get them back, all the correct numbers.
Yeah.
And things.
Yeah, it was always a hassle.
Always a count problem.
I'm missing 4 shirts. What do you mean I'm missing 4 shirts? They're all in the same thing.
They charge you all the time for the our guy's good, but I know like when I worked for Firestone, they give you the fender covers and all that stuff. Be like, hey, where's my fender covers at? Oh, we're out. Well, then deduct that from the bill.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we haven't had any in 3 weeks. And I'm like,
and
where's
how
our
about the
rag?
18 you took when you didn't write?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you take 18, I want 18 back. If you don't get, then at least leave me the 18. I'll go wash them again. We get sidetracked like this because I'm not the only one that's ADHD. You understand?
I get it.
All right. So
I'm not ADHD.
Hey, so we got
I
any news? Tech Talk?
we do, but I'm just enjoying sitting, hanging out, talking out, man, like stuff and whatever.
Remember last week he said he had so much to talk about, and then
I do. I have all this right here. It's all ready to go.
Let's go. Chop chop.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You can ask him questions too. You know?
Yeah,
I can.
Now's the time we can. We can cover the whole area.
Yeah, bro.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I don't know. I
All
wasn't
right,
really
it's time
ready.
to go home.
Come on, pancakes. Let's go.
We're glad y'all listened to the show today.
I'll give him dead air. You sit there and think about something to say for a minute while I look through my notes.
Go ahead. I got it. We talked about we were supposed to do the products of the week and all that stuff.
Hey, he's gonna have. They're having the Dolphin 10-year anniversary car show at the.
Yes. I got my bag of swag right here. I got some
swag.
shirts.
We asked him to come down
You
and
coming up? You coming? It's up, bro.
and I'm from Clearwater. So the
That's
ocean's
all right.
on
That's
that side.
over.
I understand, but the ocean's on that side.
So if
and
you're coming from
this is
Clearwater,
north.
you'd be coming over.
I understand.
If you're coming from Beer, you're going up.
Let's do this.
Oh, here we go.
'Cause he lives up there and he comes down here.
I drove up US 1 because the water was on my left.
What the heck does that have to do with it?
I'm on the west coast of Florida, so if I drove up, the water's on my left. So because the water's on my left, 40 plus years of this, I'm so I know.
Lost me.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm ADHD, and this is a crazy radio show that some people like to tune back into every once in a while, and because they feel better about themselves after listening to this.
That's his excuse. It's okay.
We just get to we like the people that walk up to us and like, that poor guy Kenny, man, you guys just kill him.
What is great, Brandon, is that these guys don't get paid a dime, and they keep coming back. So you know that they love the syrup that's on the pancakes. They can joke about all they want.
Pretty gnarly, man.
Yeah,
No, I like when you cook the bacon and you put the bacon juice in the
crispy
hash
bacon.
browns.
Yeah.
I learned that from Anthony.
yeah.
Crispy hash.
Yeah, lots of butter though.
Yeah.
All right, so Brandon, what else before they make me listen? Oh, is it really time, Jesse? God,
See?
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back here
Smack
shortly.
Kenny while we're on the way out.
Todd Byron at Todd Byron's Classic Restoration has been restoring all makes and models of classic cars for 35 years. Todd's full-service shop features custom engine and mechanical repairs, sheet metal fabrication, and high-quality paint service for cars 20 years old or older. Stop by and say hello to Todd and Julie Byron at 1212 23rd Street, right here in Vero Beach, or give them a call at 772-213-8956.
It's heavy on your mind. Does buying a home now make the most sense? Let's talk about it. I'm Chris Nolan from the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. I'll consult you for free and formulate a roadmap to home ownership. No commitment necessary. Visit nolanshow.com.
Water service? Don't let your money go down the drain. Make sure to get a quote from Affordable Water. Many times, Affordable Water's original price is less than the competitor's discount price. Yes, Affordable Water really is affordable. Make sure to get a quote today, because you haven't gotten a quote until it's affordable. Affordable Water.
Call 589-7677 or you reach 20. Call the Pure Water Pros. Affordable Water.
Shop the Habitat Restore in Vero Beach, the store that builds houses. The Habitat Restore is where you'll find new and gently used items such as furniture, home decor, building materials, appliances, lighting, and much more. Did you know that 1 in 3 Habitat homes are built by the Indian River Habitat Restore? And tax-deductible donations can be dropped off at the Habitat Restore just north of 45th Street on US 1 in Vero, or they'll pick them up for free. Support the store that builds homes. Visit online at irchabitat.org. Dr. Stephen Tate offers the safest and most efficient technique for customized cataract surgery. Patients are personally counseled on the best approach for their needs and lifestyle. From multifocal lenses that allow for distance and reading vision to toric lenses that correct astigmatism, let New Vision Eye Center guide you safely through your options. For world-class eye care on the Treasure Coast, visit newvisioneyecenter.com.
Sell now or sell later. We'll help you decide with a free home evaluation. I'm Chris Nolan from the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. We'll discuss your options, whether to refinance or how much you can get for your home. No commitment necessary. Visit nolanshow.com.
Treasure Coast Automotive of Vero Beach is your full-service automotive service center, specializing in all types of auto diagnostics on both foreign and domestic makes and models. Located at 795 8th Court in Vero Beach, they authorize computerized alignments and tire service, from tire repairs to full tire replacement with accurate road force wheel balancing. So whether you need an oil change, brakes, a tune-up, or anything to keep your vehicle running great, you can find it at Treasure Coast Automotive. Got a pickup truck? Treasure Coast also does lift kits, lowering kits, and aftermarket accessory installation. Give them a call at 772-794-9061.
Listen, we talk too much. We're going to cut the music because apparently we don't have enough time in the show to keep talking.
Yeah, because Kenny talks. Kenny doesn't shut up for a second.
Take it. I want somebody else to say something.
Yeah, well,
we joked about you just got an oil change in your car and it was extravagant money. I'm not going to say what kind of car it was because that's absolutely effing absurd. So my car is out front. It's a 70 Nova. Her name is Lucy, and she has
original patina on it.
Original paint with original patina. That's right.
And you would like to get a graphene.
And I'd like to talk about.
I'll have to develop like an asphalt coating next for that.
It would soak in for days.
One of them drywall
applicators. $22.50.
Yeah. Jet black when it's done.
Right. Because there's so much on it. That's crazy. Welcome back, everybody. This is American Car Classics Radio Program. In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm Kenny, that's Todd, that's Steve, and with us is Brandon from Upscale Detail. He's the guy that came in today and chose to...
Special guest.
Get abused. If they come back a second time, they're special because by then they know what the hell they're expecting, you know? Once they're like, hey, we've seen Cindy's show, we've seen other people's shows, we know it's just radio.
Yeah, but we have a special show, man.
Yeah, we do.
Special K.
We got Jake from Jasper.
That's right.
We haven't mentioned him all week.
No. Well, we've only been here for 45 minutes, but Jacob from Jasper did come in the shop. I tried to take his picture and put it up on Facebook, and for some reason it wouldn't allow me, and stuff is just messed up. But we have great news coming from them, our sponsors, and it's just a great thing. And
we just put one of their motors in a Jeep.
Did you
finish it this morning?
I've got a customer that wants me to get, but yeah, we'll just keep talking about stupid things. So, so the graphene, it's for any car.
Yeah, it's
Corvettes, fiberglass.
Absolutely, yeah. The only thing different is the buffing process. You know, you're not measuring paint thickness on a fiberglass car unless you're sticking something in between to measure it. So you got to know what you're doing to do it. We just did our 150th C8 Corvette yesterday, as a matter of fact. So I guarantee we've got more C8 vets coated than probably any shop in the country. So we've definitely very well versed in this.
How can an individual tell that a car is not ceramic coated, but it's got a graphene polish on it?
Feel it. So ceramic is almost tacky in nature. Graphene, being a derivative of graphite, I mean, it's like wax on steroids. It is very, very slick, very smooth. Makes it real easy to clean as a byproduct of that.
If Bo Duke had
graphene
on the hood of the General Lee when he went over the hood,
dude, he would have kept going.
That's right.
Kept going, right?
Tuck and roll, baby.
Okay. So
I'll tell you. I mean, I've been painting cars for a long time.
Yes, sir. God.
And back in the day when I was explaining to you, long time. So when these cars, you know, back then it was mainly like Mercedes, high dollar cars, you know, come in. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and all them crazy. We knew when, like, putting the first piece of 800 on it, you know, to sand it, you know, normally on a blend panel, it wouldn't even phase it. It wouldn't put a sand scratch in it at all. And we knew right then and there we were going to battle to get this hood sanded because you couldn't use anything more aggressive than 800. We would go through 20 sheets of, DA, 800 DA paper just to cut through the ceramic.
Okay.
But now the graphene, I've done, ones that he's done, customers' cars that had damage and stuff like that, and end up having to go back to them and that. It sounds like you wouldn't know it on there, but to feel the difference, like the ceramic coating, it feels like your ordinary car, and maybe like it had been waxed.
Okay.
Versus the graphene is like, it almost feels like it's got a oil slick on it.
So as a novice, I'm trying to figure out
different.
how
I've buffed a lot of cars.
But with the ceramic, if it's not as durable as everything else, why was it harder to take off with a DA or something?
I think it must be a different type of product.
It's harder.
It's definitely harder.
But it's on top.
But it doesn't necessarily mean it's better.
No, it doesn't. No. And that's kind of what we learned.
I couldn't stand it. I lost my butt.
A prime example, bulletproof glass, right? So glass is bulletproof because it actually is soft and absorbs the impact. Whereas if you put a piece of plate glass, it's just going to crack and fail. Right. So harder isn't always better with that kind of stuff. Okay. You want something that's malleable, that's going to form to the car, that's going to be able to expand and contract with the heat, especially Florida sun. Yeah. So you don't want something that's just going to harden up and just stay put on the car, because that's not going to last. And you don't want something that someone's not going to be able to fix when somebody hits you and you got to have something blended. I've had clients that have ceramic coatings that are out their car for over a month because the paint shop can't, get the fish eyes out of the paint, or they can't get the car sanded to a level where they can fix it properly. So, all that stuff is taken into account when we're developing our product. Okay. And development. I mean, this is you didn't create graphene, you created your graphene. Yeah, we improved it. Okay. Yeah, so, a lot of times when people make products, it's at these big corporate headquarters, and they're not making this, they're making the stuff to make money. We're making the stuff to make an impact, and we're actually dealing with the stuff. I'm not here in a suit and tie, I'm actually all day coating cars. So we're able to provide that feedback and actually tweak the product live and just make it right. Did you drive a Lamborghini here? I didn't. Wouldn't have fit up that driveway. I'm sure it's stuck. The front spoiler's on there and the wheels are spinning.
When I pulled up in there, I was like, man, I ought to text him and make sure he doesn't drive that car, because he ain't going to make it up this hill. It's wet out. It's no fun in the rain. My hitch about bottoms out coming up there. Yeah. My truck.
He went down, I think, in the Chevelle last week, and the wheelie bars was about to touch the bumper.
Lift the back wheels off.
That's going to come.
That's awesome.
I couldn't even get crooked enough now.
I drove my new truck. I bought a Defender. The Land Rover Defender, the new gen. I got the 2-door one. Okay. And that's like our shop truck now. So I got to get that for a rip.
3.5 years. When is your anniversary?
In September.
September.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I'll have to look that up.
When does your first franchisee open up?
Hopefully within the next couple of months. Unfortunately, with the way the economy has been, the price of real estate and the cost of renting real estate is just astronomical. So one thing that we don't want to do is set someone up to not be successful, by means of biting something, taking on more than they can chew.
And you want to go to a place that I mean, my shop is in Grant. I'm in southern Brevard County. I don't think an upscale detail would do there because the clientele isn't there. But you go to Melbourne and you put it out by the airport in that area, they're probably going to do a bit better.
Yeah. Correct. And we find that it works in all markets. Like I said, we do minivans, for families that just want to preserve that minivan for as long as they possibly can so they don't have to get a paint job in the future. And then we do, Ferraris and Lamborghinis and your super high-end stuff. So there's a way for it to work everywhere. It's just, managing the franchisee's expectations. Hey, you're not going to come out and make $3 million this year.
Real quick, give me your address.
400 First Street, Vero Beach, Florida. We're right on US 1 south of McKee Gardens.
Give me your phone number.
772-203-1418.
This is Brandon from Upscale Detail. If you want something good for your car, just preserve it, make it look as good as can be, then check him out, okay? Real thanks. And for coming out and doing this for us. We appreciate you. I'm glad to meet you and everything else. This has been a pretty good segment, I think, because it was a crappy day for me. Already. Yeah, well, when time flies, when you're having fun, Todd.
Okay.
So give him something. Give him keep the
word, brother. Thanks for coming.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. See you.
Okay, y'all come back now. You're here. Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you later.